Does your family have an in-home kit in case of emergency? Katie Alexander is here with some emergency kit basics. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
It's not something we think about until really a disaster strikes and we go, you know, we could have used an emergency kit about now.
Yes, better to be prepared and not need it than to not have it. Which, you know, some people get caught. Things happen. Weather happens. But just being prepared, and this month's Money-Wise goes over the basic things you need and then also ways to do it on a budget. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money trying to prep for something that you may not ever need. Hopefully you don't.
And that will sustain itself. I mean, something that's not going to perish.
Yeah.
So, okay, what are we talking about as far as the basics for a home emergency kit?
Well, basically, you know, it refers to having your flashlight, extra batteries for the flashlights, portable chargers. You know, we can't live without our phones and, you know, things like that. If you've got medicines, if you've got medical equipment, you need to be sure, you know, you have that prepared because you're going to need it in the possibility of an emergency. And then it has matches or cigarette lighters in case you need to light candles and things like that. And then, of course, your non-perishable goods, your bottled water, which it refers to buying stuff. If it has, like, the dollar sales, you know, when you can, like, buy 10 for 10 on non-perishable
goods. Just shop for some value there.
Stuff that won't go bad right away. Definitely the water, a gallon per person per day, just to be prepared and think about everybody you have in your household. Think about pets as well. You know, sometimes we don't think about that. We're thinking about what we need. But yeah, and just spreading out the cost over time. You don't have to buy everything at once. Just kind of buy a little bit at a time and just have that either a grab and go, like a backpack, or a small tote that maybe you can, you know, carry if you had to.
Well, I mean, it really did really kind of, you know, spark some thinking on my part of thinking, what would you really want and need?
Right.
Because so often people have, you know, candles and no match.
Right.
You know, so I got the candle, no match, and the, you know, like a weather radio, that kind of thing.
Right. Or like having your canned goods but no can opener if they're not the pull top.
You need that.
You know, a non-electric can opener, just basics. Your important papers, important documents that you may need in case of emergency. If something, tornado or something happens and stuff gets blown away, if you have your important documents in a safe spot.
Oh, that's a good tip right there. And I know, you know, quite often maybe you are prepared and you have all those things in place, but you're perhaps your neighbors who are impacted by this storm or whatever the emergency is. So let's talk about sharing our resources here.
Yes, share, talk with your neighbor, your families, even if they're in different parts of the state, world, just sharing the information and being sure everybody's prepared, and hopefully we don't need it.
Right, and then, you know, for me, I would have to remember where I put it, Katie. If I don't use it, you know, for 4 or 5 years, I would know, where did I put that?
Or remember to go back and check it, because maybe some of your stuff has expired.
Right.
You know, things like that happen. If you have medicines and you're able to put some extra in there, you probably want to check on that every so often.
Because they do expire, right?
They do, yeah.
Well, those are all good tips. And where can people access this article, Katie?
It's in our Money-Wise newsletter, which is on Facebook, but actually it's moving off of Facebook and onto our UK FCS website page.
Okay. Okay, you can follow it there. This is really a good article and good tips. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
More lifestyles right after this. Don't go away.